The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast contains material not suitable for everybody.
We portray original thoughts and cutting-edge material.
We also have many uses of many trigger words. But
No hate, no cursing, and no politics. On the Runner and Gunner Show.
Video Game Podcast. What's up, everybody?
Good
It's
morning,
Monday.
everybody.
Monday morning cracks
The
to
Runner
you.
and Gunner Podcast and Monday Morning Cracks, and we just want to say hello,
Thank you,
everybody
Lenny's.
out there, and hello, Lenny's especially. And we want to thank you guys for listening and for being awesome and amazing. So keep your ears peeled because nothing but greatness coming forward and beyond now.
Thank you, ladies and Lennies. Monday morning cracks,
Monday
everybody.
morning cracks. And now, everybody,
My bad.
enjoy your morning. Hopefully, you guys are safe out there and enjoying your Monday mornings, and everything is going well and swell. So hopefully, you guys are getting safe,
Everything is
and the
going
traffic
well and
drive
swell.
is not too bad. And we hope that the smog air
Right.
inhaling is
Right.
not too bad. We did have a crazy what was it, the SpaceX launch this week?
We
And
saw it. We
all
watched
kinds
it
of madness going
from
on.
San Diego.
California.
That's where Elon Musk lives in his giant billion-dollar mansion where he has kids with that rock star.
And we were on his yacht watching. So everybody, we want you to enjoy this Monday morning, and we want to let you guys know that we love you all and everything's going to be amazing.
Everything is
Nothing
going to be
is gonna
amazing,
be-
everybody. Wasn't it a great week? I had a great week. Did you have a great week, Runner?
I had the most amazing week
I
ever.
had the most amazing
It was pretty
week.
good. It was pretty
Oh my
snappy.
goodness. It was so good. It was just such a good week.
Yeah, mine too. I had a great week, and every day just improves within life. So that's how you have to think, is that every day you can improve something. What can I do today to make yesterday better than tomorrow?
This is how good my whole summer was.
Explain it to him, Gunner.
Well, let me try.
Okay.
I just can't explain, everybody. It's just like this summer was just
This was
so
a great
good.
summer.
I just wish I could be on the radio and tell everybody about this.
How
but
amazing your
I have a
summer was.
podcast to
And
film.
my summer was amazing too. I can't even explain to, I felt the song
Cheers.
as well. So cheers, Gunner!
Cheers. Woo! All right, everybody. It's the podcast Video
The
Game
podcast,
Runner
the biggest
and
video
Gunner
game podcast
Deluxe
in the
Super
world.
Mario World Galaxies Mega Ultra Edition. And
Universal
we're here
Edition.
live with you, for you, through
And
traffic.
with you.
You know the show cures cancer?
Cute.
I mean, I don't have any proof that it does.
Maybe medically, but not physically. Maybe metaversely, but not
Maybe
maybe
materialistically.
medievally.
Oh,
But not, oh my Lord, what was that?
medieval. Like Dr. Evil. Everybody out there, it's Monday morning. We want you to grab your coffee, take a big fat swig of it.
Grab your lady, take a
You're
big
racing through
swig of her.
traffic. You're late for work. You should have woken up
Hurry up!
a little earlier, got out of bed a little earlier, and
But don't put the pedal to the floor because
grab the
you don't
brush,
want to
comb your
get
hair.
into any accidents.
down the stairs.
Woke
know?
up. Out of bed.
Yes.
You should have caught the bus earlier. You see, if you're 5 minutes late, that's 5 minutes too late.
It's 5
that
minutes
means
behind.
The bus is already gone, and we're sorry that you're zooming through a different section. So if you're listening to us through your earphones or through your radio station or through whatever you're going through, listen to us and make sure that we are making your Monday mornings much more pleasurable than yesterday morning. But today is Monday, and we know you guys got to get to work, and you got to do this and this and this and get to where you're going. So we're here to tell you that we have another brand new game that we are ready to review.
Yes, that game is at hand. said is Mortal Kombat number 1.
Mortal Combo.
Mortal Kombat 1, not Mortal Kombat 1, but Mortal Kombat 1. Not Mortal Kombat, the original number 1, but the new Mortal Kombat 1.
But you know what's funny, Gunner, is that Sega Genesis came out with Mortal Kombat Part 1.
Did they now?
And their combination to get blood was Abacab. A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B.
What is Abacab, runner?
I think Abacab is actually a song by a group called Genesis. But Sega Genesis came out with a code called
like the band we're listening to
Abacab.
right now.
Isn't it strange? Yes, it is. Isn't it weird? Yes, it is. Is it coincidence? No, it's not.
You're telling me that the developers of Mortal Kombat, the original game, who photographed Johnny Cage and Sonya, were, in fact, Genesis
the band?
fans.
I don't even know. I don't
Neil
really
Peart.
know how they were.
They're Neil
all
Peart
connected.
fans?
Phil Collins and the crew. I don't know how they're all connected somehow. But they're connected somehow, and somehow the code was
I thought
the
this was
same
Rush.
as this song. So, yeah, it's pretty close. It is a rush to get through traffic. So we're trying everybody
when I told you
that
earlier
they gotta burn through the gas.
that I hated-
Press it to the floor. And ladies, flash your titties.
When I told you earlier that I hated Genesis, I thought I was talking about Rush.
No. Genesis is a
I
whole
love
different group.
Genesis.
Genesis is a whole different. That's Phil Collins, man. Phil Collins is awesome.
I know.
And
Bill
you know how
Murray?
awesome.
Bill Murray's twins?
Bill Murray's twin, exactly.
No, heck yeah.
He is one of the most awesome, and he is still awesome.
He's still
that
awesome.
guy made so many hits.
He's old.
He's old, but he's
What was
awesome.
on David
He's
Letterman's
gotta be like
drummer?
155, but he's cool.
Paul Schaefer.
Yeah.
Paul Schaefer,
Yeah. The guy
Bill
with the
Murray,
glasses
and Phil Collins, they all got into a room together
and created
and jammed
one.
it out.
And they created one Genesis.
Bill Murray on vocals, Phil Collins on the piano,
Drums.
On-
No, wait.
on the-
Paul Schaefer on the piano.
Paul Schaefer on the piano, Phil Collins on the drums. Boom. Bill Murray on vocals.
And what a set that was.
Also, Phil Collins
set.
doing backup vocals.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like a good set to me.
Sounds like a dream. You know what else is a dream? A new Mortal Kombat
Mortal
game
Kombat
that's
just
actually better
came
than
out.
Mortal Kombat 11.
And it got released. And it's released. Well, we got actually the premium edition, which was released before
Just to podcasters.
before the actual edition,
For
regular
free.
edition. Oh yeah. So they gave it to us, and they wanted us to test it out. And what we have to say is, wow, it's pretty dang amazing. The
pretty good.
kills are so violent that we don't suggest anybody under the age of 14 at least do not play this game.
Your
Because
mama
if you
let
do,
you play that game, she
your
don't
mom-
love you.
Yeah, she does. She don't love you. She'll smack you in the head with a frying pan, and you don't deserve to play this game. But if you do play this game, you're going to check it out, and you're going to see the violence. It's going to be very violent, okay? It's not a really friendly game. It's
talking
not
like-
like having fun. It's just having murderous fun.
Just like getting chopped. Everybody's getting chopped, right? The whole game, just like part 11.
Yes, they're getting chopped up. They're getting banged up. And the crazy thing is now, if you remember a game called Marvel vs. Capcom, it's similar to that because
Whoopsie.
you got two different guys. You got two different guys going, and you could bring in your side character to kind of jump in real quick. And once his little meter fills up, you bring him in, and he could jump into the game and help you kill whoever you're fighting against. So
but
it's
he's not
violent.
a tag team partner. He's not your partner
He's
like
not a
on
tag- yeah, you can't
Street Fighter
tag
and
in.
Capcom. He's like your manager on AEW.
Exactly.
You know, on AEW Fight Forever, which is a very similar game.
Forever.
They have your manager, and he gets to come in and distract once you press a button. That's kind of how this second person works in Mortal Kombat Part 1. Just to draw the parallels between these two very similar games, AEW Fight Forever and Mortal Kombat 1. But Mortal Kombat Part 1 is a whole lot more heavily violent.
It is. It has so many. These fatalities are amazingly graphic. Like graphic as in, look, not only graphics as in look at how amazing it looks, but graphic as in graphically killer. So it's gonna take out your head if you're not used to some kind of like, if you get easily distracted or easily disgusted by gruesomeness,
Yes.
you don't want to play this game.
When you
because
close your
it's
eyes,
crazy.
in case you see the death and mayhem on Mortal Kombat 1 in your black eyelids, then you probably shouldn't play this game.
Don't play it.
It's not good for your brain.
Yes.
But if you're able to be strong and handle anything any video game could ever throw your way.
Then finish him.
Well, then pick up the controller and get this one. But where did it all begin is
Where
the
did
question.
it all come from? What are the origins of this game?
What are the origins of Mortal Kombat Part 1?
And where did it come from? And how did it all start? And, you know, where are the upbringings? We're talking about the babalities, if you will, of Mortal Kombat. Numero
So
uno.
we're going to take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat 1. And I don't mean Mortal Kombat 1.
Not the new one.
I mean Mortal Kombat 1, the original
1.
game.
You know, 1.
That's right.
Not Abacab. Oh, the Abacab one,
Runner
actually.
and Gunner and myself, we're all going to be talking about Mortal Kombat, the original one.
Original.
For
But
Sega
we'll
Genesis
get back
and
to
Super
this.
Nintendo and Game Gear and Game Boy and PC and especially for the arcade. And everything else, because it's available everybody. But we'll talk about that and a
so
whole lot
much
more.
But not until after
These commercial breaks.
Get over here. Do a double crack.
Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast, baby. That's right, everybody.
Hi, everybody. What's up, everyone?
It is
out
October
there?
coming up. And with October, you know what
We
that
got
means.
the
You know what that means?
crazy stories. I mean, we're talking about the death stories. We're talking about
Halloween.
people rising from the dead. And we're talking about all your ladies dressing really provocative and every kid getting candy.
So
That's
everybody,
what we're talking about.
get ready because we got 4 very creepy tales to tell you. With the first one being the murder of
Lennon.
John Lennon.
So beware of that one. That one's going to make you have a little scare. So I suggest when you're listening to wear a diaper, especially if it's Monday morning and Sunday morning before you drink a lot of water or whatever excessive thing that you drank. I would suggest to wear a diaper.
Wear
On that
your
Monday.
diapers. You'll be thinking about it for days because the Runner and
It's
Gunner
gonna be creepy.
podcast, we don't get video games with our murder episodes. And you can only get that once a year in the Runner and Gunner podcast,
And
video
that
game
is
podcast, that is.
during
And that's during
the
October.
October horror story, like the psycho crazy stories that we're gonna tell you guys. And that's not only one of them. Another one is gonna
Slap
be.
those stickers on the side of your diapers.
All right, let me tell them
And
one
get
more,
ready
and then before
for the
that,
Runner and
we gotta
Gunner
let them go. So I'm gonna
Halloween
tell you one more little
special.
promotion for this little sticker here, a stamp of approval here, is that we are going to have Sam Cooke's second death revelation. So the second one is gonna be about Sam Cooke. We're gonna have John Lennon, Sam Cooke. It's gonna be so insane.
And don't
So
forget about the
everybody be
double
ready.
episode, the death of Tupac
Pac and
Shakur
Biggie Small.
and Biggie Smalls.
It's going to be insane. So we got so much going
Who
on.
killed John
coming
Lennon?
this September.
Nobody knows. He got away. The killer got away into the dark. And John Lennon, with 3 bullets in the back of his skull, lied there bleeding out, with his last words being, "Oh no, Yoko."
I've been shot. So that's what's going on next month.
Join us next month. It gets a lot creepier than this commercial, everybody.
So get ready for the Halloween specials of the Runner and Gunner podcast, and we will get back to you guys. We'll see you in the next October. See ya! All right, and thank you to our sponsors out there for
Thank you,
everything that you
sponsors.
guys do. And
Was Alpha Beta one of them?
I think so. I'll save on drugs too. And thank you guys out there. And we want to say, Mortal Kombat 1 was an amazing game. It started off, what year? A long time ago.
1993.
Yeah, man. Mortal Kombat
By Midway
1.
Games in
Midway or
the 80s.
this
I
is
meant
before,
1993.
before Acclaim and before all that stuff, right? Just about the same time.
Yeah, you
But
know, they're
it
all
was-
those 80s PC, like, garage video game creators.
Yes, yes. So Mortal Kombat 1, they did have a special kind of code because when it came to
They got some
consoles,
cool videos of Mortal Kombat Part 1 now.
Oh, they do.
on
Yeah,
YouTube,
they do.
behind the scenes.
Oh, so, all right, let's get into where blood happens in Mortal Kombat 1.
Blood happen?
How does it happen, and where does it
happen?
happen, and why, for some reason, on certain consoles did they not have blood? Let's talk about that. And so, since we're talking about that, Game Gear. Game
Gear had a version
out of all of them
of Mortal Kombat Part 1, the original. Mortal Kombat 1 was out on Game Gear. Both of them.
Game Boy too. You're correct. Game Boy, but that
Game
one was in
Boy
black and white.
was
We'll
in
talk
black
about
and
that
white.
after.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
That was a horrible looking one. I will admit,
One
it
frame
was
per
so
second.
slow. It was like -1 FPC. It was terrible. But back to Game Gear. Game Gear was the only one that came out
2 frames per second,
which had something special. And what was the special thing about it, Gunner?
the color red, and lots of it spraying and splattering around a little tiny handheld video game device designed for games for kids.
Yeah, so that's the only one that Gunner was saying that had blood in it, okay? Every other one, except besides the arcade version, of course, but every other one, even the PC included, had to have a certain type of code to get the certain kind of red color, which meant you had to put in a code in Mortal Kombat 1 to get blood.
Abacab.
And that
ABACABB.
and that was the code to get blood in Sega Genesis. SNES didn't even have blood.
Didn't even have blood?
Game Boy, original Game Boy. We're talking about original Game Boy.
What about on Game Genie? Couldn't you change blood?
Wait a minute. If you had Game Genie, then you could add extra blood and extra gore. But that would make it too gory back then. And parents were getting mad. They were getting angry letters.
Parents are
And it was insane.
infuriated with this game.
They hated it because
If you remember,
if you had the Game Genie and you added that super duper gore,
no, really,
they were infuriated with it.
This was like national news that Mortal Kombat was getting sold to kids.
It was.
It really was.
It was. And they were angry.
When it was in the arcade, it was bad enough.
Letters, it was picket fences, protesting. Not picket fence, protesting.
It was meeting developers in the back alley to punch them in the gut.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it went that far. But it was getting pretty crazy. They tried to ban it. They went so far to ban it in a couple states, a couple cities. Banned Mortal Kombat.
They did get banned.
Super Nintendo went so far as to not even
give any blood. No Red Cross, no love. What's going on, SNES?
Which in hindsight, it's still very interesting. A very interesting decision, particularly because it was a video game system
It was a pendejo
designed
decision.
for kids. And so, do kids need to see that much blood?
Yes, they do.
Well, I'm not even certain. The science and the facts don't even clarify whether or not video game violence correlates to mass murdering. I'm certain on some levels it does with these graphics, but back then we definitely didn't know. And that's where Sega Genesis
Came
drew the
in,
line.
and then they said, you know what? Why don't we just give them a special code which will unlock all this blood throughout the whole game, and not only through the whole game unlocking blood, it will unlock every fatality with extra blood. And fatalities were the most important thing. Like, how can you pull somebody's skull out of their whole body and just lift it in the air and have no blood? Like, nothing's dripping. Come on, that is unrealistic. That is ridiculous, and it is shameful now that we look back at it. But before that, they actually had blood in the arcade version. The arcade version and the original. MK arcade, the big, the screen.
Yeah,
and
there was no pushing codes in on the
There's no
arcade.
codes. There's just straight up blood. And you would think that
your quarter
the
in.
PC version would have the same exact thing because
Two quarters,
they pretty
please.
much replicated it, but they took out the blood. So you had to have a code just to get it on the PC version as well, even though the PC version was pretty dang close.
It was pretty close, but I think I like the Sega Genesis version the best, even graphically,
Yes.
even color-wise, even frames per second. Just all around, I like the Sega Genesis version just a little better, but the PC was a little more clean. I'll give it that. A little more clean, but, the violence wasn't as fun with that dinginess of Sega Genesis. It kind of looked like it was on a VHS cassette. But with the code, you couldn't be a kid and punch in the code because you didn't understand what a code is. So it was kind of for like a teenager thing to do, to push in codes. They didn't even have codes no more. I don't know why. I wish they did. Bring back the codes, game developers, if you're listening to this show right now.
So in 1992 is when it really originally came out. This franchise was created by Midway Games, and they only had 7 original characters. Count that, 7. Included brothers Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and then Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Kano.
The original characters. Those are some good original characters right there. I love Sonya. I also like Johnny Cage because he did the splits and punched you in the groin. Thought that was cool.
Sub-Zero is cool because he could freeze people.
But Scorpion is the man.
And then sock him in the head. But Scorpion was always the one who could bring them. He had a little rope thing.
Scorpion made the game.
Yeah, he did. Everybody loved Scorpion way early on in this game.
It's like, Sub-Zero, you're cool, but Scorpion has a skull head and breathes fire.
But don't forget about Raiden. Raiden's the only one who has a special power. Who could, he's the electric man. He somehow had some kind of electricity that could.
He was my favorite.
His bolts were cool.
He was like M. Bison. He was like the exact same moves, left, right, power punch. He does the M. Bison. He was M. Bison. In fact, they were the same model. But what about Jax?
Jax came out in part 2, and Jax was cool. He was the biggest, buffest.
Yeah, Jax is also
guy.
in Twisted Metal.
Jax was cool. Jax was super cool, and so was what's his name? The scissor guy. What was the scissor guy that chopped him up?
That was Katana or Blanca. No.
Blanca, no.
And he was like Blanca.
He was like Blanca.
Kato. No, not Kato. Baraka.
Baraka had those scissors, and he was a weird, crazy-looking creature. Oh, Baraka
was on part
Blanca.
2. He was only on part 2.
Yeah, he was only on. He came out originally.
Which brings us
he came out
to
on part 2.
Mortal Kombat 2 for the
2.
Sega Genesis, where they just allowed blood, just full from the purchase. Because something happened, everybody, when they put that blood code in, and kids went out and bought it, and they punched in that code, and they showed their parents. It was okay. The parents didn't care. The media didn't care. Teachers didn't care. And then they released part 2 without nothing, just easily. Like after the barriers were broken, after the tape had been ripped, it was on. And now, Mortal Kombat 2 to Mortal Kombat 1, the new game, not Mortal Kombat 1, the original, that game really defined the lines which you can cross in violence.
They changed it
for
up.
A video game.
And so finally they added blood, like Gunnar was saying.
But yes, let's go back
to Game Boy,
to Mortal
Game
Kombat,
Gear, to Sega Genesis,
1, the original,
Sega Saturn, and Super NES PlayStation. Finally picked up a Mortal Kombat game. But let's go back to the original, because the original was the creator. Let's go back to the original.
Go on YouTube. You could search behind the scenes Mortal Kombat, and they show you the actor who played all of them, and the girl. I think it was just like Sonya and Jax, and Johnny Cage. I think that Johnny Cage played everybody.
Johnny Cage,
Raiden, and Mufasa, and whatever character.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Stupid characters that they were in the original game. Everybody out there, we just want you to know that we're talking about Mortal Kombat. This is the Mortal Kombat episode. All things Mortal Kombat. Did you play Mortal Kombat 1?
We're hoping you did.
What is your favorite character's name? How about you tell us at therunnerandgunnershow@gmail.com.
Yeah, let us know.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and every place that you could find a keyboard and internet connection.
Yes. And so, wait a minute. Let me tell them one more thing. A big, huge difference about Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 is that Shang Tsung was the final boss in Mortal Kombat 1. And guess what? They said, we can release him and let him actually have gameplay in Mortal Kombat 2. So that made Mortal Kombat fans go crazy, because as Shang Tsung, he could play any character. He if you knew there's certain fatalities, I think it was, their code and fatality, you could actually change into any of the characters, which is amazing if you think about it. And no other game has that. No other game has that, to where you know their moves and you could actually transformate yourself into that character. So that's kind of really cool information.
So that was like the first game where they used like a morph.
Yeah.
Morph from X-Men.
Morphing it up.
And afterwards, a lot of games followed in suit. And there was, for a lot of time, there was a morph character in every single game because of that character in Mortal Kombat Part 2. Reptile, was that what it was?
Reptile is cool too. I think Reptile didn't come out till part 3 though. Reptile.
Well, he was on the secret part in part 2, I think.
Yeah, Reptile
Smoke,
was. He was in there. Smoke was a secret. Reptile was in part 2, but Smoke was the secret.
Oh, Reptile was a secret in part 1, right? The ultimate secret.
If you win, you had to do some kind of super duper flawless victories in a row or something like that. But in part 2, it was Smoke. You're right. Smoke was in part 2.
Smoke, I know.
Smoke was
and
in
it's
part
so
2.
dumb, like thinking about it now. But back in the day, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty
your
amazing.
Friend came over and was like ABABACC, boom.
Yeah,
freaking,
then you get
you're
blood.
like, what?
Yeah.
Thanks, friend.
Let's fight each other and let's get blood. Yes.
Yes.
Let's get
and then you
Goron.
get a paper pad and you write it down on pen.
That, the only
ABABACABB.
You see, the only game that was as violent as that was Street Fighter back then. And Street Fighter 2 never had any kind of blood or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even as close to as violent as
Although they
Mortal
did
Kombat
show their after like you beat them, they show them they're like their ass is kicked and like they got a busted lip and
that's true.
Split open forehead.
Yes, and then you have to put in a
quarter,
quarter, put another quarter to continue, and he was all beat up.
Yeah, the continue
like he
screen.
got kicked
there
out of
you
the
go.
club by the bouncer, and he just got his butt whipped by the cops or something, and so. You had to put another quarter in to continue back when those games.
So the Sega Genesis Mega Drive port developed by Probe Entertainment of Mortal Kombat Part 2 retains all of the blood and fatalities without a special code having to be entered.
Yay!
Very much unlike the original Mortal Kombat.
Which was you had to put a code in, is what they're saying. Yeah, what you're saying is that they had to put a code in, and
that was based on some artifacts from Wikipedia.
Wow.
But the point is,
super
that
genius.
blood has come a long way.
It sure did. It sure has. And yeah,
there was blood long ago.
We gotta take a quick break.
And now
we gotta
Mortal Kombat 1.
We'll get back to you guys with more Mortal Kombat facts. But we got to take a quick
let's give the Mortal Kombat review. When we come back.
One more.
Mortal Kombat review. All right, everybody, you got it. Mortal Kombat review. Also, we want to ask a question. What is your favorite Mortal Kombat
game of all time?
What is your favorite Mortal Kombat?
Favorite Mortal Kombat?
A Runner? What's audience? What's your favorite Mortal Kombat game?
Whew.
And Runner, what is your favorite Mortal Kombat game?
I probably have to take it way back to Mortal Kombat 1, which is the one that just got released. So now, I'm going to say that the new one is now my favorite.
Whoa.
What about you, Gunner?
I'm going to have to say Part 8. Mortal Kombat 8 was my favorite.
MK8.
If anybody remembers that one out there, why don't you go ahead and email us and we'll talk about it.
Let us know your thoughts.
Follow us on Instagram, everybody. Follow us on YouTube. We're everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify.
Podcast.
Everywhere. We have over 120 episodes. Listen to them all. The disclaimer explains that our material is very powerful.
And
it's very deep.
Structured deep to your brain. To drill into your mind.
Listen to it in pieces if you have to. But it will make you think. It will probably break your thoughts down. But ultimately,
it will help you in the long run, because that's what we're here for.
It's gonna make you
We're here
feel
to make
great.
you guys feel great and make you feel better and hopefully uplift your Mondays. And that's what we're here to do. But we'll uplift your Mondays a lot more, and we will be back with a lot more Mortal Kombat also, but not until after
these commercial breaks. And now, Ringo McCartney Records proudly presents to you
the greatest band you've ever heard
of all time, the Beatles, with their new album, Meet the Beatles.
Featuring hits like Help.
Featuring hits that are glorious in time and effort.
They are conspicuous. Ticket to Ride.
The Beatles! Proudly from the
the
Beatlesville of the Abbey Road and Apple Records.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand when I.
The Beatles get it.
Get out there.
So
and
should
get the
you.
album
Get
as
out there
soon
and
as
get
you
the
can.
album as soon as you can.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Beatles, with so much hits that there is no comparison to any of their songs. So get out there and buy them now while you can, before it's sold out.
Say they want peace or whatever, and people say, well, you didn't get peace, John. You sang about peace, you never got it. So, yeah, not only my fault, but it wasn't good enough, you know?
Everybody get out there and get
Get
the
the
Ringo McCartney Beatles album,
albums.
Meet the Beatles.
John was quizzical, studied metaphysical science in home. Late nights all alone with a test tube. Maxwell Edison, majoring in medicine. Can I take you out to the pictures, John? And as she's getting ready to go, Scorpions wins. Bang, bang, Maxwell Silver hammer came down. Bang, bang, Maxwell Silver.
Monday morning cracks, everybody, and good morning to
Monday
you
morning,
guys.
everybody.
So how are you guys doing out there? Hopefully beautiful. Get ready for the Mortal Kombat release. And MK1, we already have it, guys. We already freaking have it. It's on our possessions because we got the premium edition, which means we got it prior to the release. We had to pay a little extra, but in our opinions, it was well worth it.
I think so.
Yeah, it was, because we got Shang Tsung. They gave us the extra character who was Shang Tsung. I haven't figured out how to change and morph into characters yet, but I have figured out some of his moves. And what's cool about Mortal Kombat, they actually have an AI voice on it. And I don't want to use it, but you guys can choose the option. They give you the option to use the AI voice to introduce every single thing you do. It'll go like settings, everything you do.
Oh, man.
It has an AI voice to it, and that's
I thought it
really
was a
weird
real
and
AI
trippy.
voice.
It is actually is. It's a real AI voice. It's so trippy.
Video games are going to go on strike right now.
Oh no!
Yes, it's happening in the world. SAG has initiated for WGA to have a strike, which is the Writers of America. And they also have initiated and pushed forward for the video game industry to go on strike. Everybody, if you thought video games were slow because of the coronavirus.
That is not the truth.
Well,
It's
you're about to
because
get a lot more
It's
slow.
gonna get slowed down.
'Cause
And
it's-
actually, I think the
really-
Rona actually kind of picked it up a little bit.
Well, it
more
was like
than-
3 years of slow.
It was slow.
And now we're going
but-
to get introduced to another year. That's like going to equal to like 6 or 7
So
years
why
of
is the
slow.
world on strike? Nobody knows. And there's no real
But I
reason
bet
for them to
Bill
go on strike.
Gates has something to do with it.
Somebody isn't paying these guys the right amount that they need to be. Just give them their dang money. And
I mean, look at gas
either
prices.
th-
Just give them
Yeah,
money. They
that's
need to
true.
drive to work.
They need to eat. You know, developers need to eat too.
$7
Developers
for
need to eat.
gas.
You know what? Why don't you buy them a pizza every Friday when they're at work? Why don't you do that? That would be so cool. Developers would love you guys if you give them a pitcher of beer and a pizza for everybody every Friday. That would be a great decision to do
Motivating
to help
workers.
to help.
That's
The, yes,
the question
motivate
of etiquette
your
right
workers.
there.
And you know what would happen? The development, the games, everything would just be upgraded, and it's so much greater than it is now. I mean, it's great already, but it would be much greater. Just like Mortal Kombat 1 is great. It's a great game, and the developers did a great job. And they really did a good job on the fatalities. Fatalities are nuts now. And if you guys don't pick up MK1, the brand new one, you got to go check it out.
By New Realms.
By New Realms and Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers has been creating for many, many years now. They're like
Batman
old
games,
school since
Looney
NES
Tunes
days.
games
We're
from the
talking
NES days.
We're talking way, way back.
Warner Brothers Studios, they've been making games
They
for
have been.
days.
And so yes, this MK1 game is
And
really
apparently they're
amazing.
not paying their developers because they're about to go on strike too.
Yeah, you see, you guys, something's going wrong there.
Video
and
games are gonna
They
suck.
need to solve it. They need to solve it.
Unless
Yes.
they start paying these guys properly.
They need to pay them correctly. Yes, just give them what.
Well-
Don't overpay them. Okay, there's a difference between overpaid, underpaid, and what they deserve.
I think they need
Give
to
them
cut
what they
all
deserve.
that cutscene cinema voice acting stuff.
Yeah, well,
Like you're paying these guys,
the
but you're
voice
not
actors
paying
are getting
your-
paid more than the actual developers.
Yep, bingo.
And that's where things kind of go
Bingo.
wrong. And that's
Samuel L.
where,
Jackson's getting
Yes.
paid way more
than the writer,
than the guy who created the game.
the guy who created the character of.
Or the workers, the team of 400 who worked on the game,
And yes,
who got paid hourly, while Samuel L. Jackson got to go in for the studio for 2 days and get paid $3 million.
and they shouldn't make these guys labor so hard and they put their passion, they put their heart into it. They tell their whole
Their
family,
eyes,
hey,
their
check
body,
this
you
out.
know, their backs.
I'm developing so-and-so. I'm developing
necks.
this game and that game. I'm developing GTA 7.
These
I'm
guys got
developing
crooked
Mortal
backs
Kombat
and
25.
necks.
And yes,
For you
and
to play
they're
your
out
video
there
game.
doing it. And they're out there putting their butts on the line. They're out there taking time away from their families, spending hours and days at a time, writing, developing, creating.
And Mortal
the whole
Kombat Part
system.
1, Mortal Kombat 1, the new one, is proof that good, solid, hard work and a team of psychos makes a good game.
Yes. A team of psychos. You definitely need a few psychos, at least. At least a few. You don't have to have a whole crew of psychos, but just
Definitely
just a few,
night owls.
Just a few night owls. Just a few guys who like to woo and wee and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, everybody. So let's sum it up. This was the Runner Gunner Show episode about
Mortal
Mortal
Callings Bockies.
Kombat. But we talked about Mortal Kombat Part 1, and we
Wait a
talked
minute.
about Mortal
Hold on.
Kombat Part 2.
Wait a minute. Stop this. Stop everything. I forgot. Krombach.
Krombacher beer. Krombacher beer.
Krombacher beer is part of the sponsors of Kombat. Mortal Kombat sponsors Krombach.
Yes,
So
Mortal
now,
Kombat
they got-
sponsors Krombacher.
They got the Krombach Comeback beer.
The Krombach, Mortal
Kombat
Krombach.
beer. The special edition for Mortal Kombat 1. Get it while it lasts. It's not going to last too long, only until Tuesday, the 16th, when the release date comes.
So
if you
get
haven't
that
got
today, everybody.
the Krombacher Combat beer, then you got to jump on it right now. The beer of the month is Krombacher.
Krombacher.
All
So
right,
get
everybody.
that Mortal Krombacher 1, Mortal Krombacher 2, and Mortal Krombacher 1. Everybody, yes. So to get back into the show and sum it all up for you. We talked about Mortal Kombat 1, we talked about Mortal Kombat 2 for all the systems that it was originally
the
released
systems. Yes.
for. We also talked about Mortal Kombat 1.
Shout out to Midway.
I know it gets confusing, but bear with me. Mortal Kombat 1 gets the RNG stamp of approval.
Stamped on it.
Summer's almost gone, everybody, but October's coming up, and there's a lot of video games coming out this year.
There's tons of them. We still got, well, if they don't go on strike, we still got a ton of video games going down. But if they do go on strike, we don't got
And
none.
Next year for video games is gonna suck.
Yeah, so hopefully they do it, because I heard that Red Dead Redemption Part 3 is coming out next year, as soon as next year. And they're making a new, finally, NCAA game, football, that hasn't happened since 2013. And that's a big thing for EA Sports.
It's gonna slow down the sequel, that's for
what's gonna
certain.
happen with that, too? So there's a lot of things going on. And EA was also supposed to release a boxing game that still hasn't came out, and there's still rumors going in the rumor mill. So we don't know what's going on with that either. If the strikers strike, then we're not going to strike gold.
All right, everybody, we want to give a giant shout out to Giant Bombcast Podcast.
Bombcast.
Go ahead and switch over on Spotify if you like listening to
GBC.
more deep video games and more unpopular video games. They got you covered over there. Also, we're going to shout out to Kill Tony. We know a lot of our
KT.
fans
What's
love
up,
that
KT?
show. Let me tell you, KT's all right with
What's up,
me.
KT?
And before we get to the next segment, which is ending the show, we're going to give you a quick rundown
Yeah. All
of
right.
every single Mortal Kombat game
Let's
that ever
do
created.
that.
Have been
Really
created.
quick. All right.
So the original Mortal Kombat Part 1 came out in 1992.
Did it for reals?
The sequel, Mortal Kombat 2, came out in 1993.
Oh, really?
It was also followed by Mortal Kombat 3, which came out in 1995.
Don't lie to me.
Mortal Kombat Ultimate also came out in 1995.
You're hurting me with the Mortal Kombat feelings.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy came out in 1996, followed by Mortal Kombat 4 in 1997.
Yay.
Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, the super story of him,
Sub-Zero.
came out in 1997 also. And 2 years later, for the Dreamcast, Mortal Kombat Gold.
Woo. Gold.
Then we got Mortal Kombat Special Forces
Woo. SSPF.
and Mortal Kombat the 2001 game, which was like a re-release of the original.
Re-release of the original, but it was like
I guess
more,
it was like 5.
It wasn't really a re-release. It was like how one is, how Mortal Kombat 1 is. It's kind of like they wanted to bring it back to the origin, but switch it up a little bit.
And it
Just
was
like this one.
And it was
new
a
one.
Game Boy Advance game, particularly. But Mortal Kombat 2002 came out for PlayStation 2. Mortal
Yes.
Kombat also released a couple of games.
Oh, the
2002.
Shaolin Monks. Where's that one at?
This one is called Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition for the Game Boy Advance came out.
Wow. There's too many. There's so many. I mean, there's millions of Mortal Kombat games.
Crazy
not
Chicken
even-
Mario Kart. What the? Crazy Chicken
Crazy
Kart.
Chicken Mario. Whoa.
Sorry, that's not part of the Mortal Kombat games.
Woo. Oh, wait, we forgot about the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, which consists of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. And it's super cheap right now. If you want to get it on your PC, it's only $10 for the original 3. And we're talking about 1, 2, and 3 original. And they all have blood, okay? You don't need no code or nothing.
Got it. So Mortal Kombat Deception 2004. Mortal Kombat Shaolin. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
The
that was
Shaolin
a
Monks?
good one. Yeah, that's the first one. I think that's one of the first ones where they actually had started the story mode that everybody loves.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's why the
gamers
story
love
mode of
story.
this one is
Everybody
good,
knows
too.
that. Mortal Kombat Armageddon 2006, and also followed by Mortal Kombat Collection. Is that the one you're talking about? Mortal Kombat Collection.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
2008.
See, but that came out later on. Imagine how much later on. So Mortal Kombat came out in what, like 1992, and you're saying that it came out in 2008 finally.
Yeah.
The trilogy, and it's just the
Yeah.
first 3 original games. So that did take a while for them to come out with that.
15 years.
They should have actually came out with that within the first 5 years of the release of the original.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it took them a while.
Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. If you've seen any of those videos on YouTube, that came out in 2008. Mortal Kombat 9 finally comes out in 2011. So there you go. There's a real
Yeah.
measure of where Part 4 left off and Part 9 began. So 4, 5, 6, and 7
So they skipped a long
weren't
time.
called
Is
numbers.
what you're saying. What you're saying is the developers or something happened, or maybe they were questioning whether we should proceed and go on with this project called Mortal Kombat. Well, why would they even end it? It's just the same as Street Fighter. It's like saying, let's end Mega Man, let's end Street Fighter, let's end Red Dead.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
can't
When a
do that.
franchise is huge,
It's like Mega Man,
let's
more
stop
like
making
it.
Fast and Furious movies, might as well. Right?
Hey, whoa.
Let's stop making Friday the 13th.
Hey,
Let's kill off Freddy Krueger.
this segment has hurt my feelings officially. Mortal Kombat Collection again came out in 2011, which was a different collection. Mortal Kombat Mobile started coming out 2015. Then we
Play
get
it
to
on
the
your
good
phones
stuff,
in
everybody.
015.
I mean,
Oh,
by good stuff, I mean when the graphics really stepped it up.
There we go.
Mortal
All right.
Kombat 10 in
Oh,
2015.
that one was actually amazing. It's still a classic, and it still sells a lot, and it's still playable online. They have so many characters. They have Jason. They have Freddy Krueger. They have the Joker. They have Batman. I mean, that game goes on and on. So, I mean, that game was probably the one they put the most time in, and that was Mortal Kombat 10, right?
People were playing that game for
XL,
about
and
6
then had
years.
Mortal
Like you
Kombat-
said, they're still playing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that one's big.
Yeah.
That one's still humongous.
PlayStation 4 game. PlayStation 4 is still very popular.
N5, I mean, yes. But
And,
on Play-
it also
PS4.
comes in pink, and next year it's coming in purple.
Ew.
Mortal Kombat 11 is where we are today.
Here we go.
2019, that's when that game was released, in case you don't remember, right before the corona. Maybe that game was the cause of the corona.
Maybe I took a caca.
And then the
new
Aftermath
one.
collection was the final collection so far. Came out
I
2020.
never even heard of the Aftermath collection, but thank you for informing me, Gunner, because I never heard of that one.
And then
I didn't even know they did that.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
That's very cool to know.
I know it's got all the characters, you know.
So you guys listen up, and
That's where we are.
Gunner's informing you on all these things. And so now we're at MK1, which is the brand new
MK1.
one. The premium edition has barely been released. The regular edition is released to the public.
Unless you count
Now.
Onslaught,
So yes.
which nobody does.
And so everybody.
So there you go. So there's
that's a lot.
there's sum up. There's all the single Mortal Kombat. Go ahead and rewind it.
Hear them all.
You
Hear
didn't
them
catch it?
all. If we didn't get yours, let us know which one is your favorite Mortal Kombat. Either way, let us know, you guys. You guys got to email us and let us know which one is your favorite Mortal Kombat. We will tally up the votes, and then we will release on the
Yes.
next episode which favorite Mortal Kombat wins.
Yeah. So what? All those games that are listed right now. What is your favorite Mortal Kombat? And I could pretty much guaranteed by the demographic of our audience that it's going to be Mortal Kombat 10 for
What?
the real fans, Mortal Kombat 11 for the techies, and Mortal Kombat 1 for the cutting edge folks.
So I'm gonna probably take 2. Out of everything, my favorite is part 2. I'm not lying, and
Part 2.
that's what I'm going with. So cheers to all the part 2 folks, and cheers to everybody who decided to vote. We love you guys.
Oh man, that was delicious. Go ahead and take a sip of your coffee or your
Yeah,
wine
sip
or your kale juice,
soda, whatever you're drinking,
your
kale,
soda, your Coca-Cola.
your avocado juice.
Take a bite of your burrito or your
prune
chorizo.
juice.
Go ahead and take a bite of some donuts, whatever you got in your car. You know, granola bars. Put some powder, put some protein powder
Squeeze the
into your
jelly out
water.
your juice. I mean, donut.
Shake it up. Don't squeeze the jelly out of your juice. Wait
Don't-
till you find your wife, and then you can squeeze it into
Squeeze
her
her jelly belly.
and make a new baby and have a bigger family.
And that's what you got to do.
Remember,
to-
folks, that when you have babies, you're making more of yourselves.
and you're making your family happier than you were before you had your family.
Yes.
So everybody, we just want you
Big
guys
family,
to have
happy
a
family.
great time out there, and we want you guys to enjoy yourselves. And this will wrap up the whole Mortal Kombat thing. And we thank you guys for
We wrap
listening.
it up.
We thank
The
you,
RNG
Lenny's. You know, we love those
stamp
Lenny's
of
out
approval.
there. And stamp of approval.
Double
Mortal
stamps.
Kombat. MK1, stamp of approval. MK franchise, stamp of approval. All right,
Yes.
everybody.
All right.
We love you guys out there. And
We love you.
We want you guys to know that Lenny's are awesome. Ladies, you're super awesome.
Yes, you are.
We love everybody out there. We
We
want you guys to have
love
a
you, Lenny's.
safe freaking drive.
We
wherever
know we make
you
fun
are
of you.
cruising on
We
to.
know we say harsh facts for you to swallow. But the point is that we love you and we want you to be a better person of yourself. We want you to look in the mirror and be like, I had a perfect day. I did perfect. Because it feels good. You know, don't get an A in school, get an A in you, man.
Yeah, as long as you did everything perfection to where you planned out your day and you said, hey, I want to do this and that, and you had your agenda and you've completed your agenda, it doesn't matter how you completed it or what obstacles you had to overcome to complete it. As long as you complete that agenda, you had a perfect day. And everybody out there, we guys, and we want you guys to know that we love you, that
love
you're
you.
listening to our show, Lenny's especially. Peace to you guys and love and enjoy each other.
Peace and
Remember,
love. Have a great week.
Remember to procreate, because creating is the greatest thing that you can do. So ladies, make babies. Men, get
Do
your
it.
baby on.
Put it on. You know where it goes.
Yes. And so, yeah. But now we got to get down to the best part of the show.
Oh, wait a minute. We
Wait,
have
not yet.
a
Hold
director
on. Thank you,
that we
producers.
want to
The
pay
producers. Thanks, producers.
tribute to.
Thank you guys. We forgot about the part. All right, my bad.
This segment of the show we call the Hollywood Corner.
The Hollywood Corner.
Today's edition
Hollywood
of Hollywood
Corner.
is dedicated in tribute to
Mr.
Alfred
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. Not to be confused with
Yeah.
Alfred Einstein. This
Yeah.
is Alfred Hitchcock.
He is a genius.
He is a genius. He made the movie The Birds, Vertigo, lots of other
Vertigo.
movies,
Yeah.
many
Everything.
movies. A very influential director.
Yeah, he was amazing. He weighed a little bit over
The
more than
Birds.
the normal
Come on,
person,
everybody.
But The Birds.
He
I
drove
mean,
Tippy
was a
Hedren
genius.
crazy. Psycho. He made Psycho.
He made Psycho, the original. And I know you Lennies don't know what the original is, but you gotta mid to early 60s.
I'm scared.
Yeah, don't be scared about the naked girls and the blood in the shower and the, all this madness. So he actually took it to another level. You know how he took it to another level? Was taking blood and gore to another level, which was simple back then because all he did was show blood going down a little drain hole in the shower. And that creeped everybody the heck out back in the Alfred Hitchcock days.
He also
So
made To Catch a Thief
To Catch a Thief,
and Rear Window.
The Trouble with Harry,
The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Marine,
Suspicion.
Lifeboat,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Jamaican Inn,
Murder.
Blackmail,
Juno and the Paycock.
The Skin Game,
Rich and Strange.
Rebecca,
This guy has made a lot of movies.
Notorious, before Notorious. So, I mean, he made so many, like hundreds of movies, and we just want to pay tribute to
But it
one
all
of the greats,
accumulated with Psycho. Psycho was his,
Psycho and the Birds.
like he made like dozens and dozens of movies. But not until Psycho
Yeah.
did his full circle really come around. We're like, oh, this is what you're doing. You were trying to murder a chick in the shower with the blood draining down the spout,
little
like you
drow
said,
hole.
the drain.
Yeah.
And then The Birds came out afterwards. Like, this guy went psycho literally for 2 years in Hollywood. And
Oh,
made
yeah.
two of the greatest horror movies.
Of all
Ever created.
time.
It set the precedence for horror movies to come, and it's still setting that same exact precedence. Alfred Hitchcock, everybody.
Alfred Hitchcock, the genius, the great one.
The P
And-
Psycho, the movie P Psycho, and The Birds. If you watch any of them, watch those two.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It's time.
It is time now.
Let's come to that part of the show where we got
The greatest part of the show also.
Get to your weeks.
Yeah. All right, everybody, you have a safe drive home and to work and, back and forth. So hopefully you could listen to us back and forth. If not, if you hear it all at once, then good for you. But if you hear it back, then listen to it forth as
Yes.
well. So everybody, we got to let you guys go.
Yes, and listen to us, the Runner and Gunner podcast, every Monday morning. Remember, we are your friends. Even though internet friends don't count,
We
are
count.
still counting.
Count on us.
You
And you can count on us.
to live a spectacular life, to treat your lady right, to have a good time every single day through all your ups and downs. There's going to
Highs
be ups
and
and
lows.
downs, but your mentality is what's going to set your day permanently happy and permanently being good.
And don't forget, you guys can count on us on every Monday morning just to have a beautiful morning to make your sunshine and your traffic hours and your drive much better than it was before. So now we do
So take
have
a
to
swig
go.
of coffee. And
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's take one last swig of coffee before the greatest part of the show.
take a swig of coffee and
Oh,
get
yeah,
ready for
everybody.
the greatest
Part of the show that we love to call
I love to call.
Two-minute rundown. Tupac. It's been 27 years since he died on
27
September
years
13th.
ago.
And we rest your soul, man. Rest in peace to you.
Rest in peace, Tupac Shakur.
In other MLB news, Ohtani. Oh my God, Ohtani. Why is it so?
Tani,
Say it ain't so.
the show.
And he is not here no more. He is goodbye for the Angels the rest of the season.
Goodbye to you.
Tani. The freaking Chargers are searching for a flashlight because they don't know how to get a win. How can we win? They don't know. Raiders lost, another sad news. And everybody else in their world of MLB, NFL, man, keep kicking butt. The season's going great. Playoffs are next month. What's going on in the world of entertainment, Gunner?
Well, the strike continues, and now it is going to affect video gamers all over the nation because video games are about to go on strike as SAG confirms that they have begun the process of shutting down game development and
Hey,
tell
Gunner,
executive
aren't
producers.
other celebrities trying to write their own shows?
It is true. Drew Barrymore has gone on and started writing her own shows, hiring her friends to fill in the parts. Because, I mean, what do the writers really do that Drew Barrymore hasn't done better in her history in Hollywood? Also,
Not much.
Bill Maher, he's following suit.
Bill
How
Maher.
many more TV shows are going to follow suit? Because we're watching TV on their internet, folks. So anyone with money has a channel. Drew Barrymore can have her own website with her own writers. They don't even have to be SAG.
Yeah, she could hire her own people, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be from SAG. She got so much money that she could hire anybody.
She's got so much money. Drew Barrymore, you know, she
Yeah,
was
she's-
SAG,
she's
but
got
she's
money.
transcended. Everybody is going to get a sticky place to be in the world of entertainment this next year, 2024. But no matter what, it's still going to be fun. Ladies are still going to be around. And gentlemen are still going to be courting those beautiful ladies.
And don't forget, it is Hispanic Heritage Month in the United States of America. So everybody who's Hispanic out there, stand up and start dancing.
I'm
Have a
dancing.
good time. Take a drink, take a shot, do whatever you gotta do. Love yourselves and love the others that are Hispanic like you. And everybody else who is American like you, love them as well. Everybody love each other. Just show love.
Love
live
each other.
life, love, and take care of each other. Watch each other's backs. And as long as we got each other's backs, we're never gonna slack in kindness, loveness, and peace.
Summer is almost gone. Summer ends in the 23rd. Everybody, it's gonna get very cold very fast. All the storms are coming, sweeping over the nation. But it's good, there's rain. We've been begging for rain. We've been begging for rain for a long time, and we're finally getting it. Everybody just put your buckets out and start drinking some water, because it's good for you. All around the world, everybody, this is the Runner and Gunner podcast. We got so much more to say to you, but mainly we talk about
shout outs
video
go
games.
to Nike. Hello, Nike. Where you can float on air. Tide, get your clothes clean anywhere. Tide. Adidas, you could run faster than a cheetah.
Papa John's. Get some shakaroni pizzas for only $9.99.
$9.99, that is.
Denny's. $9.99. Are you out of your mind?
Not for Lenny's.
Eggs and pancakes.
For Denny's.
Everybody out there, we love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Remember, you become what you think. So think only good things. You become what you listen
think
to.
And
So listen to only good things.
like the Runner and Gunner podcast.
The Runner and Gunner video game podcast.
That is.
And remember, everybody, that, keep coming back for more. Because we got you covered in this world of entertainment where everybody's saying the exact same thing.
And we're
word
over
for
here
word.
saying the unique things that are
I just thought about
uniquely
what I was going to say
created.
when I said it. That's how original
Did you think about that
and
too?
state-of-the-art
I
we
just
are.
thought about what you thought about, and I thought about what you said.
Did you just think about what you were going to think
I
about?
thought about what you
as
thought
you were
about. What I
thinking
thought
about
about
it?
what you thought about.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah, it is amazing and it is great. So everybody, you guys have a beautiful Monday morning. All you ladies
Beautiful
stay
Monday
beautiful,
morning.
and all you ladies stay awesome. So we love everybody out there, and
Yeah,
thank you for listening to
remember,
the show once again.
Don't let hate get you. What you think about what you don't want. Remember what I said. What you think about is what you're going to get. So don't think about what you don't want. Think about what you
But
do
you
want.
only pursue
So don't think about like, hey, I don't want to be kicking dirt. No, think about I want to be
digging
getting
up gold
some
from
family, building houses, owning a house, having a lady, owning a car, owning a couple cars, having a motorcycle license, having a degree, maybe a master's degree,
Master.
becoming a good father, being a
Father.
good family man, and being there for my wife and kids.
Exactly. So everybody out there, we love you guys, and we just want you to know that the Run and Gunner Show is here to stay, and it's here to grow, and it's just only going
We're here to
get
stay.
better within time. We're just growing and getting better, and don't forget, Running on the Streets and Gunner on the Go is coming very soon to you guys, so stay tuned for Season 6. Everybody, we got to go now.
Season 6.
But we want you guys to know that, yeah, it's nothing but love, and it's nothing but...
Season 6 is coming,
Non-hate.
folks. Just hang in there. Season 6, right? Hold on, let's give a little shout out to our producers, Marky,
Marky, what's up, Marky?
Luis,
Luis.
Jose,
All
Carlos,
day. Carlos,
Antonio,
Antonio,
Bendejo,
and Brad. What's up, Brad?
Cabron,
We got Brad,
Chewy,
Jerome,
Snoopy, and is Max? Max is there.
and we got Lee. What's up, Lee?
And Charles.
Charles.
Everybody, we got a good team, the Runner and Gunner podcast team.
Oh, Luis. What's up, Luis? Sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
other
baby.
Luis. There's 2 Luises.
No, that's a girl, Louise. Louise,
yeah,
not
that's what I
Luis.
said. There's 2 Luises.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, we gotta go, guys. So, we want you guys to enjoy yourselves and have a safe drive wherever you are going, home or going to work or wherever the heck you are going. Just make sure you follow the safety laws within you, and if you don't, make sure that you signal safely and you don't cut people off too much.
Yeah.
Because if you do that too often, you're gonna get cut off and you're gonna get the finger and you're gonna get shot. So don't do that out here. We just want you guys to be safe,
Don't
and we
do
want
it.
you guys to show love.
You get
to
the
each
finger,
other.
just ignore them. You know,
Mhm.
as a professional driver that I once was back in my heyday, I learned that taking the finger means that you're doing a good job driving, you're staying alive, and you're being safe.
And some people just drive it with anger, angerly driving.
Yeah,
and
they're-
that's okay if you
They're,
drive
they're
with
gonna
anger
flip
too.
off anyone. Like the guy who sells him a bag of chicken that's less than a pound, he's gonna flip off.
Yeah, you got to go get your chicken on.
We gotta go, everybody,
Chicken.
but we want to leave you with the question today in this
And the
episode
final
of
question
the Runner Gunner
of the
Video Game
day
Podcast.
before we go is
What is your favorite game out of all 3 of these ones?
Uno.
Street Fighter
Dos.
6, AEW Fight Forever, or what we were talking about
rest.
today, Mortal Kombat 1. Out of all 3 of those games,
Which one would you prefer?
what one of those games is your favorite? What's the title
Let us know.
of the
you,
game?
You guys got to leave us that
That's your
email,
favorite.
and you got to drop that, and we will also take the polls, and we
Or
will
just think
also
about it.
announce a winner of which one of the 3 games will
Yeah.
conquer.
Just think about it and mull it over in your mind. Like, what do you like better? You like the AEW, where it's
AEW.
kind of you get to grab people, and
Grapple.
punch them in the face,
Sockle.
kill them, pick them back up, and like infinitely kill them? Or do you like the Street Fighter, where it's that old quarter circle, quarter circle, quarter circle? Or do you like that MK violence,
Where it's
slicing,
just
dicing,
straight freaking
violent
smashing skulls.
city,
Yeah.
Terminator, RoboCop,
Smashing
Predator,
skulls and taking hearts out and shooting.
Danny Trejo?
Yeah, it's pretty violent.
Danny Trejo is in it, right?
One of the versions.
Yeah, one of the
Well,
versions.
they're not sure. Nobody's sure, but
Nobody's
shout out
sure.
to Johnny Trejo, and thank you. He has some awesome tacos, and we love him too.
All right, everybody, we gotta go.
All right, we're out of here. We're out of here. Thank you, producers, and
Thank you, Luis.
Thank you, Luis.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Luis.
Carlos. Thank you, Jose.
Marky.
Mark, what's up, Marky?
Hey, we forgot about Frankie.
Frank. Oh, Frank's right there, getting danky. But it's all good, all love. All right, babies, we gotta go.
God bless you, everybody.
We love
Have
you
a
guys.
great week. Remember, when Sunday comes, you want to imagine yourself in Sunday right now, where your week is accomplished. You got that date. You closed that deal. You won that case. It is official.
Official.
All these words in your heart, brother,
Brothers
sister.
and sisters.
This show is designed for the working man and the working woman who are going to traffic. This is
Blue
the
collar,
cure
white
for
collar, green
traffic.
collar, yellow collar, red collar, all
Car traffic.
colors.
It's terrible.
Call
Runner and
us.
Gunner's got you covered. We
That's
got to
for
go,
sure.
everybody, but remember to listen to the Runner and
We're
Gunner
gonna
podcast every
show
single Monday morning because we're
Every
here for you.
Monday morning.
We also cure unhappiness because we're so joyful and
Runner
we
Gunner
say
cures
funny
cancer.
things like turkey legs.
Runner Gunner cures sadness.
Keep it up, everybody.
Gunner cures life.
We only say it because we love you.
And we do it. All right.
See you later, everybody. Peace.
And love.
Do you like getting your car washed?
Yeah, they do.
Do you like babes in bikinis?
You know they do.
Do you like getting your car washed by babes in bikinis?
Well, he's Larry, and I'm Jerry. And here at Larry and Jerry's Car Wash, we're having the summer end of the year blowout sale.
Come join us this weekend for the end of the summer bikini car wash blowout.
It will blow your pants off. Everything $199.99. Topless all day, all night. $199.99. Every car is looking clean and fine.
Well, blow me down. Plus, if you wear the Larry and Jerry's white tank top, you'll get 10% off.
So come on down to Larry and Jerry's Car
That's
Wash
Larry and Jerry's
sale.
Car Wash. Located on Running
Runner,
Springs
Spring,
and Santa
Runner.
Fe Springs. The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
Is a free podcast.
The only free podcast.
Get my special. Solid.
Runner and Gunner, not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show. You are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lennox.